Hi guys, and welcome to Trucking Along with Kiersey. That's me. Today I want to talk about building a relationship with your dispatcher, and I think I've done a good job of that, so keep watching. Okay, so you may know I work for Prime, and I'm reefer mega carrier and the reefer division and everything, and we do have intermodal and tanker and flatbed, but I'm not exactly sure how many trucks we have in the reefer division, but it is our largest division. I'm pretty sure we have like 9,000 drivers now, so it's pretty decent. And last I saw, I think we had 16% were women. A lot of those women are teaming with their husbands, so it's a pretty big company, one of the mega carriers. And what I wanted to talk about was people who want to sit here and complain about mega carriers. Oh, they treat you like crap, you're just a number, you know. That's crap. That's crap, okay? When I go into my terminal, the mechanics know me, my fleet manager knows me, all of the people that sit around him, they all know me. You know, the girl that works in the hair salon knows me, the girl that works in the post office section, the mail room knows me. I mean, like, you walk in there and it feels like home. Like, even the people that might not know my name, they still know me. They still know who I am. They ask about things, you know. Oh, did you get, you know, how'd you make out with that truck? Did you get your new truck? And, you know, so it really is a friendly and family atmosphere. When I first got there, being from the Northeast, we're a lot harsher. So when I got there, my mom asked me how it was, and my response was, Mom, it's weird. Everybody's so happy and they don't like yell or scream or fight, and I really think it's a cult and they're trying to indoctrinate me, and I'm waiting for like the tent revivals to go up in the parking lot, and they're gonna start cutting off chicken heads and, you know, dancing with rattlesnakes. And I say that jokingly, but after a while I start feeling bad that I'm from the Northeast, because everybody there is so friendly, and I'm always expecting a fight. I'm always on edge expecting a fight. When I ask for something, I expect to be told no. And I'm not sure if it's because that's how my last job was, or if it's because that's how it is in the Northeast. We're always, you know, we're just bold, and we're loud, and we're nasty, and passionate and demanding. And so, you know, there have been times in the 4 years I've been working with my dispatcher, there have been times where I felt like I would ask him for something and I was expecting him to say no, and I was expecting for an argument. You know, there was one time where I didn't want to train, and I wanted some time to myself, and he called me up and he was like, oh, I have a student for you. And when I told him I don't want to train, you know, he didn't flip out or say anything, or, you know, I was expecting the argument, and that's not what I got. I just, you know, he just said, okay, let me know when you're ready, or if you're ready, or whatever. And there was one time where I had a really bad experience at a customer, like one of those things that just lasted like 24 hours, and backing in a door, and then they unloaded me, and then they found out that they didn't load right, or I don't remember even what it was, but I had to go back into 2 different doors at this one customer. It just, you know, it was just terrible. So the next day he wanted to give me a load, and I told him no. I was expecting him to say to me, well, I really need you to do this. And if he would have said that to me, my response was going to be, well, I'm 100 miles from our Pittston terminal. I'll drive this truck in, and I will rent a U-Haul and pack it up and go home. And he didn't say that to me. He said, okay, I'm taking you off the next load. Thanks, be safe, go to sleep. And I was like, wow, okay. Where's my fight? I'm looking for my fight, and it just doesn't come. So I don't know where all these people get the idea of you're treated like crap at a mega carrier, or they don't know who you are at a mega carrier. Like, I did go for a couple months without talking to my fleet manager on the phone. I called him up. He's like, hey, what's going on? What's the problem? I'm like, nothing. I just missed you. We haven't talked in a long time. But, you know, I know how many kids he got, what their names are, where they go to school, what sports they played on. I know this kid was in the, you know, in a basketball tournament. You know, I know a lot about him, and he knows a lot about me. I mean, there is no, I'm just a number. There really isn't. I don't understand these people that talk like this, and it's just really about they didn't put themselves out there to treat somebody else the way they want to be treated. I don't treat my dispatcher or my road assist person or the weekend or night coverage people. I don't treat them like numbers, so I don't get treated like a number. You know, my fleet manager knows if there's problems that are going to arise, he doesn't have to worry about it. He laughed at me one time, and he said that the things that I worry about are really insignificant, you know, and I told him, well, I worry so you don't have to. You know, he knows that my reefer is going to be set properly. He knows that my reefer is going to be cleaned out when I go to meat loads or, you know, fruit loads that would cause problems as far as getting rejected or getting product rejected due to contamination. He knows that I'm not going to have product shift due to not properly installing load locks or slamming on my brakes and having critical events, hard brakes and curves too fast and things like that. So he knows that if there's a problem with bills, that I'll take care of it. And I know if I have a problem with my pay, it's going to get taken care of. I just have to tell him. And it doesn't really happen often, but even if it does, it's not the end of the world, because I make such good money anyway that even if a situation happened where, say my pay was so screwed up and I really needed the money, he would just advance me the money on my com data card, and I could go cash the check and have the money. So there's not even that on edge feeling about the pay being right or my money or, you know, about bills. I don't understand half these people when they tell me, oh, I would never work for Prime, I'd never work for a mega carrier, and then I tell them about how great it is. The next thing you know, they're taking a card from me for recruitment because they're like, oh, maybe I should go work there. This guy today, I was just at a Pepsi place, and he's an owner-operator, and he's struggling. And then he started asking me about what it was like driving here. And he's like, oh, man, look at that. You got a brand new truck. I'm like, yeah. He's like, what year is it, a 2017? I'm like, no, it's a 2020. And he's like, really? I was like, yeah. He's like, what are they paying? I'm like, well, you know, they're starting at 45 cents a mile. The lightweights are at 50 cents a mile. You know, I think I'm at 49 cents a mile in the condo, and by the time we get our bonuses and everything, we're making 55, 56 cents a mile. Like, how can you argue with that? Because I'm making higher pay, even if I don't have a high mile week, it doesn't affect me. It's just, you know, I don't feel stressed to say, oh, I gotta have 3,000 miles every week, because first off, that's exhausting. Second off, it's unrealistic anymore. And third off, well, you know, it's not necessary monetarily. I mean, is it great to make as much as you can? Yeah. But to be in that rush, like stress mode, I'd rather be like chill and it just rolls in. I mean, seriously, like last week I did 2,700 and something miles and I made $1,500 gross. Now, that was not a hard week. 2,700 miles is nothing, you know, it's not hard. And $1,500 is nothing to laugh at or sneeze at. So I don't understand people, but I want people out there to know that if you message dispatch in a respectful way and you tell them what's going on and you tell them of problems, things will get worked out. If you give them enough notice to fix things, you can't just like roll up to a customer like 45 minutes late and then message them and say, oh, I'm going to be late, I didn't realize. You're already late. They couldn't fix it. You know, as early as possible, tell them. I've told my fleet manager 30 hours in advance that I wasn't going to make a load on time, probably because of, you know, traffic or accidents or running out of time on my 70 or something like that. But it gives them time to fix it. They just want respect just like we do. And if you give respect, you'll get it back. You know, treat people like they're people and not like their numbers, and you'll get it back. And do a little bit of give and take, because when you take those short runs that nobody else wants and you don't complain about it, guess what happens? The next couple runs you get will be really good high paying runs. So, you know, stay away from the online negative people. I think that's a big issue. People are so negative online. And don't be scared to think that mega carriers are terrible, or that you know, dispatchers are mean and nasty. There was one video that I watched before I came into trucking where when I watched the guy, and he's pretty notorious now, when I watched the guy, he was complaining about how dispatch was forcing him to drive and he was suffering from micro sleep and he needed to go to bed, and when I watched that as a non-driver, I thought, my God, they're slave drivers. That's horrible. How dare they try to force him to do that when he's tired? And then I became a trucker and I was like, this idiot, the time he spent arguing with dispatch, he could have just took a nap, went to sleep, woke up, and then finished his load. But he argued with them for so long, and then he complained about them sending a cop after him. I can tell you, I stop for naps all the time when I drive nights. My fleet manager knows I take a 2-hour nap, you know, on long shifts and when I'm tired. And I've never gotten anybody calling the cops on me. So he's full of crap, and there's whiny crybaby people like that out here, and I just want to say to them, stand up and be a freaking man. Put your big girl panties on and shut the hell up and do your job, and then you won't have a problem. That's what I want to say to them. But I won't, because I'm sweet. But I just want to please realize that mega carriers are not evil. Dispatchers are not evil. Dispatchers are your friend, okay? Get to know your dispatcher, get to like your dispatcher, work with this person, and if you maybe you're taking things the wrong way or you think something's harsh, then step back, detach from the emotion and just try to communicate properly. And I bet all of a sudden you'll start seeing money roll in, and you'll see miles roll in, and you'll feel a lot more respected and appreciated. Because, you know, as far as I'm concerned, the appreciation I get is my pay stub every week with that money in my bank. I don't need somebody to hold my hand. I don't need somebody to message me every day saying, thank you for doing your job. No, it's my job, and I get paid, and that's our agreement. I don't need anything else. But I'm not going to reject the jackets and the diamond rings and the duffel bags and the cash that they throw at us and our rewards points and our other bonuses and things like that. So give it all to me. And I'll take it. But just basically out there, be good to each other, and you can go a long way. And be good to other drivers. Like, there were so many when I was new, there were so many drivers out there that helped me. So I try to make it a point to help new drivers. So that's my rant today about dispatch and complainers and mega carriers. And I hope to see you out here trucking along. Bye.